Storytelling changes because of various factors, including political, economic, cultural, social, and personal. This genre was influenced by the individualization of society, the aestheticization of content, the technological improvement of devices, the creation of artificial intelligence, etc. It underwent a decisive evolution with constant adaptation to the formats of the newspaper, radio, television, computer, tablet, phone, and so on. The art of storytelling is constantly transforming due to the requirements of the modern world to cover the needs of both entrepreneurs and potential customers. An effective story attracts new people, deepens awareness of the company's uniqueness, contributes to the recognition and memorization of content, creates an emotional connection with customers, and preserves cultural and historical heritage. The topic of writing a brand story has interested a great number of scientists. Mark Levin notes the transformation of storytelling in accordance with modern technologies. Mike Johansson defines the importance of language systems for building an effective story. Stephen King outlines the influence of unique characters on the structure of plot construction. Blake Snyder emphasizes the scriptural techniques of designing the line of development of events. A great text is relevant beyond time and space. A convincing story requires a comprehensive approach at the ideological, thematic, symbolic, stylistic, conceptual, and other levels of writing. At the beginning, modern authors thoroughly study the logo, idea, aims, values, visual presentation, and communication channels of the business. A clear representation of these elements contributes to a more effective brand story. The defining indicator of an artistic sample is not the length, but the correspondence of all elements to the selected main idea. The authors are faced with the task of bringing the story closer to reality by creating greater interactivity and immersion. It is important to create the feeling of a new virtual reality with its own laws of interactions, unique characters, and plot twists. The video should fill the viewer's screen without gaps, and therefore artists focus on smooth transitions in frames, dynamic developments of events, and noticeable transformations of heroes. An effective brand story involves a number of elements of creation, which include engaging the audience from the very beginning, the formation of a solid sense of immersion, encouraging reactions and touching feelings, the game of the sentence and paragraph length, the opposition of the hero and the enemy of the conflict, the selection of the most important events for the rapid development of the plot, and the motivation to act. A brand story creates a high-quality emotional connection that helps the recipient identify with the hero, forms an impression of the brand, inspires new associative connections, and creates a brand identity. Stylistics also becomes equally important as the theme and the idea. The modern artist faces a wide range of possibilities in the field of creating text because the writer can use many means and techniques to create the needed style. The authors can stylize the brand story for a specific artistic direction, including antiquity, the Middle Ages, the Renaissance, the Baroque, Classicism, Modernism, and others. Text can be adapted in the style of a specific village, town, city, country, continent, and a certain political, economic, or artistic figure. Scientists note that authors can use for improving the style different lexically unique words such as archaisms, historicisms, exoticisms, professionalisms, and others. Tropes, which include epithets, similes, metaphors, ironies, hyperboles, etc. Stylistic figures, including inversions, tautologies, parallelisms, anaphoras, epiphoras, oxymorons, rhetorical figures, and others. The writer should know various artistic means and the text adaptation system to understand the potential possibilities of the text. It will impact the expression of the brand story among the general content on the platforms, the brighter creation of recipients associations, and the effective design of a unique sales offer. Good stories are shocking. They make you think and feel, delving into life and opening your eyes to a wider context. Although the brand story touches on unique moments, it is close to everyone because it shows what everyone can experience. Modern authors focus their attention not only on the external form, which attracts the attention of the recipients, but also on the internal structure of the artistic sample. The internal organization of the plot includes exposition, initial incident, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution, and denouement. Operators convey the main ideas of the story and cover important issues through the combination of sounds, video, pictures, animation, text, etc. The selection of fragments for content goes through the main questions, namely, what, how, and why. As Karen Perlman notes, the sense of rhythm is more abstract and individual for everyone, but the main tools of creation are timing, tempo, and direction, and the material is time, energy, and movement. The authors determine the duration of fragments, their sequence, rhythmic combination, smoothness of transitions, dynamism of the plot, and energetic combinations. The external and internal meanings of frames are also important for content in video format. It can include the gestures of the characters, the emotionality of the dialogues, the rhythm of the melody, the aptness of the text, the aesthetics of the picture, the unity of the storyline, and the provocativeness of calls to action. The combination of these elements should touch the soul and provoke the emotions of the audience while watching your story. Modern artists turn to the analysis of the subject, stylistics, rhythm, grammar, systems of plot, and artistic tropes to create an effective story. They attract the attention of the audience at the beginning, form an emotional connection, create smooth transitions between frames, play with linguistic elements in dialogues, and call to action at the end of the video. The way of creating a brand story also impacted the understanding of the target audience, the influence of the text on the consciousness of the recipients, and its importance for the company's development.